Hello, you are watching New Vision TV News. I am Rathi Naseje. Now, the Finance Ministry officials have said there is no money to enhance the revised rates of duty facilitation allowances for civil servants, including drivers, secretaries, and escorts for VIPs. In a July 4th letter to all government accounting officers, Keith Muhakanizi, the Permanent Secretary and Secretary to the Treasury, has instead advised ministries, government departments, agencies, and local governments to readjust their budgets and also cut both inland and travels abroad. Last month, the Cabinet approved a proposal to increase duty facilitation allowances for public servants, MPs, ministers, members of committees, commissions, local government officials, agencies, secretaries, escorts, drivers, and political assistants. According to a Cabinet memo seen by the New Vision, Cabinet also increased the consolidated package for political assistance of all ministers and ministers of state from 250,000 to 500,000 and reinstated its earlier decision that denied ex-officio members of parliament from having political assistance. To actualize the cabinet resolution, Catherine Bitarakwate, the permanent secretary in the Public Service Ministry, on June 26th issued a circular instructing all accounting officers to effect the revised rates of duty allowances. But officials from the Finance Ministry are pointing at the shoestring budget as the major impediment to the implementation of the allowances. Moving on, the rate at which machete wielding gangs are hacking cattle in Nyakayonjo Division Bar District is alarming and has continued to cause social unrest among the residents. In the latest attack, unknown people raided two farms in Rusheshe village, Rakshakizi ward belonging to Matia, Kafreka, and Mukongo. The raiders cut two cows in the back and the tail, making the animals bleed to death. The latest attack brings the number of head of cattle killed in 1 month to 57. During an interview on Wednesday, Kafreka said whereas the communities live in fear, no report from the security organs has been given. He said people are worried that the same gangs might attack homes. Kafreka said the affected areas of Rusheshe, Renkoma, Rukindo, and Kangando are neighboring a big swamp which they suspect could be a hideout for the gangs. He urged residents to be more vigilant and to protect the remaining livestock. And in our sports news, the race to the 2020 T20 World Cup starts in Rwanda for the Cricket Cranes with a 6-game qualification campaign that largely promises success. Roger Mukasa's Uganda must finish in the top 2 of the World T20 Africa B qualifier, along with one of Kenya, Tanzania, and hosts Rwanda to progress to the next stage of qualification. Known history suggests that the gulf between Kenya and Uganda on one hand and Tanzania and Rwanda on the other renders the fight for the top 2 sport academic. The Africa T20 qualifier would then follow for the 2 winners and then, if successful, the global qualifier and then the World Cup if they can make it that far. The Cranes, needless to add, will do well just to reach the global qualifier. Still, the national selectors believe it is imperative to go as far as possible, which is why they favor the overwhelming number of senior players when a case for building for the future seems appealing. Only 3 youngsters, Kenneth Waiswa, Fred Achilam, and Riyazat Shah, are part of the final 14-man Cranes lineup. You're still watching New Vision TV, and in our Daily Pearl of Africa series, we look at the overflowing Sipi Falls. Now, you cannot go to the eastern part of Uganda and miss seeing the 3 spectacular waterfalls known as the Sipi Falls. Sipi Falls straddle 3 districts. These are Kapchora, Sironko, and Mbale. Visitors to the waterfalls live with unforgettable memories of the scenery and the several activities they participate in, such as rock climbing and hiking. Let's take a look. Sipi Falls is a chain of 3 waterfalls. These are vividly seen when you are in the eastern part of Uganda, particularly in the districts of Kapchorwa, northeast of Soronko, and Mbale. The Sipi Falls area is the starting point for many hikes up Mountain Elgon. The most popular route starts from Budadiri and follows the Sasa Trail to the summit and then descends down the Sipi Trail back into the Sipi Falls. Hikes around the falls offer stunning views of the slopes of Mountain Elgon. It is advised that those organizing trips here can do it through the Uganda Wildlife Authority or the local private operators. For more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website www.newvision.co.ug. Our newspaper, The Sunday Vision, is also another home of adventures, so grab your copy every Sunday for Pearl of Africa stories. That's all I had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more news updates and other programs here on New Vision TV by visiting our website www.newvision.co.ug/video. I am Ruthie Naseje.